Hello and welcome back to the Canceled Podcast.
Maui edition. Can you tell that we're in a different location than usual?
And we are actually right by the Maui airport, so if you hear every tourist ever flying away, are bad. It's so funny because this is the definition of one of my like harebrained ideas.
Oh, I love it. I feel like it was like kind of one of those things that's like, oh yeah, sure, Tana, like we'll fly Oscar here, and Oscar's here. So
we were sitting at dinner the other night and I was like, oh my God, I want to stay in Maui for the next fucking year. And we don't have a podcast episode. I'm not going home.
Well, more so we were sitting here and we're like, oh fuck. Like we didn't even think about that.
Literally at all. And I was like, well, what if we just shoot the podcast here? I want it to be like that Drake and Lil Yachty video. And somehow Oscar's here and we're fucking doing it. But it's like, I only got this far. Like, now what?
We podcast. What are you talking about? We are in Maui. We're in one of the most beautiful places in the world. The weather is less than ideal today, I will say. But is there ever a bad day in Maui? No.
That's the thing. I feel like rain here is like, you know, like the sky just giving you
I was distraught because I was so excited. I planned this trip. I never in life have ever like bought a vacation for myself. So I was like, you know what? I'm finally going to do my big one. Cost is not an issue. It was a huge issue.
It's like, so funny. We were like in a green room in like Virginia and I was like, we should go to Maui and stay at the Four Seasons. And then the next day you come and you're like, it's booked. And then I went and looked at the price and I was like, oh,
because at the time I was like, I was doing it as a couples retreat. It was like a whole thing.
Yeah, she swapped out her plus one 7 different times. She landed on BB. She brought BB, but
no, I was bringing a man here because I was like, you know what? Like I do want to have like a little excursion. I thought it was going to be fun, like a little double date situation with you in Makoa. Mm-hmm. And last minute I was like, you know what? This is a horrible idea. So BB is here and honestly, she has been slaying.
I'm so happy it's BB and not that man. No offense to that man, but
PU.
It's just I love you in this light, and I think we've had such a good little trip.
But the point is, I looked at the weather forecast and was like, "There's no fucking way it's going to be storming the entire time," and it hasn't been horrible.
It hasn't. It's been
my
a little
first
cloudy.
2 days. I did not see a cloud in the sky.
Really? Those were, of course, the 2 days I wasn't here.
Coincidentally, accidentally didn't show up for her first 2 days in the hotel.
I want to talk about GERD. Okay. Here's the thing. Trevi Moran, wherever she is, Trevi, I love you so much. Trevi all the time is like, my GERD is acting up. My GERD, I can't eat this because of my GERD, GERD, right? And I'm always coming at Trevi like, shut the fuck up about your GERD. I hate the word GERD. GERD is the word I hate. It's just so gross. And I'm always coming at her. And then I developed GERD. I got by TikTok Shop. I got so got. They're like, take these digestive enzymes. They're going to make your stomach so flat and they're going to make you so skinny and you're so bloated and you need these and whatever. And so I took them.
What happened?
They ruined my whole entire life. It felt like somebody shoved a basketball up my ass.
Goals.
Not in a fun way. Like I've never been so bloated that I genuinely felt like I was going to like pop. And like the bloat was giving me chest pains. I thought I was having a heart attack all week. Now I'm on Prilosec OTC.
We went to breakfast this morning. Tana's like, oh no, I forgot my Prilosec. I'm like,
what the fuck?
I'm like, shh.
Yeah, stop. Like, stop.
She's screaming.
You just always see those commercials like Prilosec OTC. And it's like, now I'm literally on Prilosec OTC.
What is OTC, over the counter?
I think so.
Is there under the counter Prilosec? Like the real stuff? Good stuff.
And that's what I would really need. I'm not kidding. I'm sure Trevi has some shit like that. But it's just like, yeah, my GERD stopped me from going to Hawaii.
The thing. I listen, and I never ever want to like belittle like your situation. However, I do think there's like steps before GERD. Like GERD is a chronic illness.
I know GERD is like IBS.
It's like if you had diarrhea once and you were like, oh, I have IBS.
That's very fair.
Like the people who really like struggle with GERD. Oh, we have a hottie looking at us. Honestly, like we have a hottie neighbor.
Hello.
It's
so funny. There's like 90 people here right now,
and
all watching us. And it's like, I like having like at home when people watch our podcast, but like everyone from Hawaii is watching us right now.
It's really settling that they cannot hear a word that we're saying.
That's actually really, really true. Jeff Whittick's also here. He said he was going to fly out and I just didn't believe him at all. And now he's in Maui.
I see him as we speak.
He has this fucking, well, I shouldn't be talking shit about him while he's not on the mic, but this problem where we will travel the whole world, right? Like everywhere in the world that we go. And then he'll be like, I'm just going to stay in and watch UFC. Like yesterday, we're going to this beautiful black sand beach.
We went to Coachella and he didn't even literally look up from his computer.
I have hobbies. Fucking shoot me.
It's just an interesting place to choose to have your hobbies. So yeah, we're in Maui. How have you been enjoying Maui?
I have been having the best time ever.
I really want to. I want
so
you to get a
beautiful.
Maui boyfriend so bad so that we can live out
I've
this
been
fantasy.
kind of looking. Honestly, I came to Maui. I really needed like a feet in the grass like situation because I was really having like an episode. Honestly.
What do you mean?
And so like I was like very like dissociated in life. So I was like, I have to do like outdoorsy things and like be outside and like really feel like a human being. And even the first 2 days was like I was still very like I don't know how to describe it. But now I'm feeling like good. So now maybe I could venture out and find a Hawaii boyfriend.
I feel like we've been talking a lot about like the mental health effects of tour. And I was like, I feel fine. I can't figure out like, you know what I mean? Like people say like after tour you feel certain ways mentally. And I finally figured out what my fucking issue is. And it's that now after going that hard, I cannot sit still to save my life.
For even a second.
Like I came here on like Monday or whatever, right? And it was Sunday afternoon and I have 12 hours until I'm leaving on a Maui excursion. I was on the Southwest app looking at flights to go to Vegas for those 8 hours.
Yeah,
like,
you are
get a
insane.
fucking grip, bitch.
See,
it was Mother's Day, but
yeah, that's valid.
it just, I wanted to anyways, and it's like.
That's not a horrible like problem to have though, because that keeps you busy. That like keeps you like.
Yeah, but when you can't fucking sit still and sit alone with yourself, it can be scary. So
when I'm trying to put my finger on what my problem is, it's that I haven't had the chance to sit alone with myself. And that's so important to me. Like Paige and I talk about this all the time, how like important it's literally like putting your phone on charger. Like me going home and being by myself, I have to do it for X amount of hours a day or I
lose it.
I'm a nuisance to society. I'm the worst. Everybody's getting it. Like it's horrible.
Yeah.
And I almost have felt like that all the time because obviously on tour you never are even alone for 1 second. And then since I've been home, it's almost been like you have to catch up for all the things like that you didn't do while you're on tour. So again, you're not alone ever, and it's like horrible. But then I came here and I'm still not alone.
Yeah.
So
I just need to be chill. Like if it's here, it's fine. It's like get off your phone. Like just the dopamine of it all. I need to fucking sit and stare at a tree and fucking just chill. And I'm starting to get more chill again. But I'm just like
I feel
antsy. I also took an Adderall today.
Yeah, I'm not anymore. My mom texted me and said, "You're doing meth."
Jeff Whittick gave me Adderall. I'm sorry, Jeff Whittick's associate. Here's the thing. It's like I like looking at my pill bottles and seeing Tana Mongeau. You know what I mean? And just like I like when my pill bottles say Tana Mongeau. Today I opened up a pill bottle that says Cody.
At least there's a bottle. I was buying it out of a
whose
baggie
name's on
for
the
a little
bottle?
while there.
Cody's name's on the bottle. I take this Adderall and it's literally ecstasy. It's ecstasy. I'm getting ready. I'm like rolling.
No,
like that.
don't spread those rumors because.
Oh, no, I swear to God on the Bible.
He gets them from the pharmacy. He's legitimate. His shit's
That's
clean.
what I'm saying. If there's a bottle, you're safe.
But
He gets
he's
them
just
not
an idiot
safe,
because why the fuck are you leaving your name on the label when you're
Look at me.
selling people these drugs?
I'm fucking scratching right now. I swear to
He
God.
gave you the bottle?
I was on Reddit today,
With
literally
his
looking
name,
up.
Like, rip the label off, Like, what if she gets caught
But he,
with the
but he
shit?
gave her
and
the
they're
whole
gonna-
bottle?
Yeah. I'd pay Tana in drugs to do Jeff FM.
I take this Adderall today, and I'm literally on Reddit looking up like how to come down off Adderall. I had to drink all this orange
How to
juice.
undo Adderall.
You can undo Adderall, I found out, by taking a bunch of vitamin C. So I was just chugging orange juice, and now I feel okay. But I literally feel like I took Coachella Molly, and I just should have.
You must have just taken too high a dose.
I took
Because you said
look, I
orange,
took-
so 20 milligrams.
No, I took a quarter of it.
That can't be right.
I did
That's
have
5
3 shots of
milligrams.
espresso. Adderall affects me really crazy. Like I normally take a quarter.
You're a pretty low doser. In college, I used to take, in college, I was prescribed 60 milligrams a day of Adderall, which is, I was 220 instance, 120 XR. Whatever doctor gave me that should go to jail now. In fact,
Yeah, they were trying to have you on
him.
Stephen Hawking mode.
I would never actually take that much, but I went so long without taking it at all because I really didn't need it because I wasn't working or doing school or anything. Now I can take way less. Did you notice how I just got? I just right in the middle of that sentence, I was in the waves with my brain. I'm like, maybe I should be taking that. Holy shit!
There's little turtles and stuff too over there. Yeah, no.
This is the most beautiful. place
Normally
in the world.
Adderall really helps me today, but I got some street shit and I had to really do my orange juice big one, and now I'm back to level, I think, and that won't happen again. I learned a lesson. Also, if you're watching this and you're thinking to yourself, God, Tana's face, she looks like paralyzed Jennifer Coolidge.
I do not. You keep saying you look crazy. I think you look perfect.
Well, that is so sweet, Brooke Amber.
No, seriously.
I wanted a lip flip. We know about the lip
We
flip,
know
right?
it's up in the air. My lip flip
It's-
is gone.
and I saw these photos of me in Cabo. Trevi was taking photos of me, and I swear to God, tour aged me 30 years. I had crow's feet and my lips looked like paper, right? So I was like, I'm going to the med spa and I'm getting whatever they want to give me. And normally when I get a lip
never
flip,
give them creative freedom at the med spa.
that's the thing. I kind of just walked in, and normally when I get a lip flip too, I say like, I want a little one. I forgot to say
A
that.
baby lip flip.
They flipped my lips to the
know
gods.
that.
I can't rinse mouthwash. When I talk, it's like it's not like my lip and me are two different entities right now. Like it's doing
Like,
whatever
she's
it
a-
wants.
Yeah, independent
And
contractor.
I think that it'll go down by like July. But until then,
July is crazy. I'm gonna have new tits.
Until
You're gonna have a
then.
new lip.
yeah, we're just.
I think you look cute. I think it looks just fine. I think you're like more hyper aware of it because you let it completely go away.
and now it's like flipped to the gods.
But it's
like, I
definitely
can
not
smell
more
it.
flipped than it's been in the past.
I think it's more flipped than it's ever been.
You think so? You think
I
it's
mean,
like
it's not more juiced than it's ever been. It's been more juiced, you know, with filler.
I think
but
that maybe that's why I think it looks fine still is because I've seen you like with like straight up pool noodles in your lip.
pool noodles is so real and crazy. Like that's such an accurate analogy.
Like I could have been convinced before that you had an implant.
Not kidding at all. I know it is, but that was again. You should never give the med spa creative freedom, and that's what I was doing at the time for fucking sure. I'm sad you're leaving me tonight.
I know. I did stay an extra day so that we could do a canceled podcast in Maui.
We're literally Drake and Lil Yachty right now. Like
We are.
I feel who's
We
who
got budget. Dibs on being Lil Yachty.
really.
Yeah, I don't feel like I'd be hung if I were a guy. That's why I can't be Drake.
You don't. I think if I was a guy, I would have a big fat cock.
I know you would actually.
Like my name would be Tanner, and it would be down to my knee.
It directly correlates, and I don't even mean to.
Oh, God damn it, do it.
directly correlates with foot size, and also, I just think like I know that you would be hung. Like I could tell, like you have that
Yeah.
energy about you. I know for a fact that I would have a chode.
Well, you know, I've had my strap-on endeavors, and I know how to work a strap-on, so it's kind of like I know I could fuck too.
You could
I think so.
really.
Yeah.
I gotta work on
You
that.
should see my little thrusts.
I'm picturing it from the back, like your little cheeks squeezing.
Oh my God, stop. No. I never got one that was like,
Oh, that was like
No.
straps around the leg.
no, it would like go in your puss.
Oh, it goes in too.
It can, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was like Bluetooth. I've got to stop.
I don't actually know anything or much about them, but
I don't think
eager
you
to
should.
learn. I asked a guy recently if he would let me do it, and he said no.
Yeah,
every guy
not
says
about
no.
asking
And
once, it's about like persistently seeding. Like
but it
it's
was
like,
a guy who I really thought trusted me, so that was upsetting.
that does suck. I'm really sorry that happened to you.
Yeah.
Making summer plans can sometimes be stressful. After a long day of planning, I like to unwind and relax using one of Mood's chill pre-rolls. Mood's potent product lineup is the perfect companion for whatever you have planned this summer. Their hemp-based THCA flower is the future of legal THC. Try it along with all of Mood's other amazing offerings like flower, gummies, vapes, and more. And for a limited time, Mood is giving our listeners a free THCA pre-roll and 20% off your first order. Just visit hellomood.com and use our code canceled. I love the variety of products Mood offers, and my favorite so far is the cereal milk pre-roll. It's perfect for when you just want to lay in bed and watch movies all night. Besides the pre-rolls, I love the different variations of flour that Mood offers and how quick and discreetly it came in the mail. Introducing THCA flower, Mood's latest and most potent breakthrough in the world of legal THC cannabis. Since THCA converts into THC when you heat it, you get the access to the classic marijuana high. And Mood has 10 high-inducing strains, the most potent they've ever offered. THC products you can trust. Mood puts an end to guessing games with federally legal forms of THC extracted from hemp plants. All of their products are regularly tested in third-party labs, sourced from small family farms and pesticide-free. Something for every mood, tested and tailored by in-house experts. Different strains for specific moods, from euphoric to energized, creative to chill. And plenty of versatile products that go with whatever mood you're going for. Different ways to enjoy however you like to take THC, Mood has you covered. Great for both beginner and veteran users. Great tasting gummies, classic flour, convenient pre-rolls, and so much more. Add more relaxation to your summer plans with Mood. For a limited time only, get 20% off your first order and a free THCA pre-roll. Just go to hellomood.com, use promo code canceled. That's hellomood.com, code canceled for 20% off your first order and a free THCA pre-roll. I just want to talk about the Netflix show Baby Reindeer, and I thought you'd seen it, but you haven't.
I haven't seen it.
It's this show, right? And it's in the POV. It's not in the POV. I'm literally so fucking stupid.
You're not stupid.
First person. It's about this fucking guy, okay? And he
Wow.
is getting stalked by this woman, right? Like she comes into a bar he works at, and then you can tell that he's kind of like a lonery type, like sad type. And you can tell he kind of likes the attention. So he's engaging with her. And then she starts rampantly stalking him. And
is this real?
Here's the gag. So it ends up just being this really crazy show, and all this fucked up shit happens to this guy, but you're kind of questioning if he's bringing it upon himself because of the mental illness that he has. And it's one of the best shows I've seen in a really long time, right? Mm-hmm. And then you find out that this show is based on a completely true story.
Oh, no.
But not only that, get this. The man, he's playing himself. It really happened to him. He went and he
I just got full body chills.
So he relived all of his trauma in order to execute this beautiful show.
And he's probably really great at the role, because if you're trying to be awkward and you're already like not somebody who...
It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. And then...
did you know that before watching it, or you found that out after?
I found that out before watching it. And It's just... Even that within itself, I think, makes it one of the greatest pieces of art I've seen in so long, because it's like... You being vulnerable enough and willing to relive your trauma and execute it so well is crazy, right?
Yeah.
Like this crazy fucking batshit woman is stalking you for years and years and years and like doing all this fucked up shit to you, right? And then the real woman comes out, and like who they cast to play her, it's identical.
Really?
Her accent is like, baby reindeer. I can't do it. That was bad.
Is she Russian?
No.
Oh.
Maybe like Irish.
Oh, I love an Irish accent.
I'm going to be so like... That might be completely wrong.
I love an Irish accent.
But the real woman just went on Piers Morgan doing an interview, and it's like identical, and you can tell she's so mentally ill, like
oh no,
stalking galore.
Is she okay? Like, did she ever get in trouble? I don't really want to know about the show because I want to watch it.
You have to watch it. It's so insane, and I could really see this happening to you now that I'm thinking about it, because you would like
me being the stalker, or no?
No, not you being the stalker. You being the guy. Like I could see you like.
Feeding
like
a stalker.
Feeding the attention a little, like enjoying
I don't think
it.
so. I like attention, but not that kind of attention.
But like thinking it's harmless, and like
I could see myself like feeling bad being mean to somebody, like being like, stop doing this.
It was like all of it. Like he felt empathy for her. You could tell he like enjoyed the attention a little bit, and it's.
Well, I haven't seen the show. I'm like, crazy. I could see this happening.
But by the end of it, I'm just gonna spoil it a little bit.
No, don't spoil. Okay, fine.
I won't spoil it to the point where you can't watch it.
I'll forget.
By the end of it, she does get penalized, but by the end of it, he has made himself so obsessed with her that it's almost like a he's listening to her voicemails on repeat in his headphones, like while she's like in jail.
I saw something about this on TikTok. She was doing like sent from iPhone, and she didn't have an iPhone. Mm-hmm. And then one time she spelled iPhone wrong, which is so
It was all like spelled wrong and really funny and whatever, but it was just...
That's it. I do want to watch it. I need a new show.
And I think it shines a lot of light on like men getting stalked. Like it's just as like our men going through abuse. I think obviously just societally, like people don't take that as seriously. And it was like...
I know. I was feeling bad about that actually this morning, because I was reading like a statement by Cassie's like husband. He was like, men who hit women and like anything like, and the whole thing was like against women. I'm like, it happens to men too. But,
that Diddy shit is crazy.
Dude, it is crazy. And like, I don't know how much we should talk about it, just because it's like, it's just like touchy and horrible, but fuck Diddy. Like, oh my God, what a
genuinely
fucking
fuck
loser.
Diddy.
And it was so eerie. I went like, obviously that video just came out, and I showed it to you last night. But I went through beforehand, and I read Cassie's comments from like lately, because I think it was like 6 months ago that she had sued him for like loss of like, what do you call it when like you didn't make money because of them? Yeah, loss of income and just like emotional distress, obviously. And her comments are so disturbing and disgusting from just like men and women, I tell you, commenting on her stuff saying like, you're so fucking embarrassing. Like all you wanted was money, you money hungry whore. Like just so fucking horrible. And just knowing that she was reading all of that, like thousands of comments that are exactly like that, knowing what she knew, makes me sick to my stomach. So that should go to show. I don't know these people.
I also just think it's really wild, that video coming to surface, because it's like he was willing to do that in a hotel hallway.
In public without pants on, I tell you.
In public without pants on in a hotel hallway. He was willing to be that abusive. Imagine what was happening.
That's the thing too. And he knew, like, you have to know in your head, like you're being filmed at that time. So that was what he was willing to do. Yeah. Oh my God.
Just, like on such a power trip of like, I'm P. Diddy and I'm comfortable enough that I can beat you on camera in this hotel hallway. And like, I feel Like, I'm going to get away with this. And it's crazy. He paid the hotel $50,000 to get rid of the video. And allegedly. I
hope it was more.
I'm not diminishing the amount of money. $50,000 is a lot of money. But obviously to anyone with money, that's not a, like... That's nothing to him. That's a
literally
quarter.
Like, yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean?
And more importantly, to a hotel, like a huge establishment like that, for you to see that, like multiple people have to have seen that video. That's what makes me
I want names
my blood
and
boil.
fucking faces of the
hotel
people.
is out of business, but it was called the Intercontinental in Century City. And whoever saw that, because she detailed it in her like whole settlement situation. Mm-hmm. She said that she had returned to the hotel to like apologize to him, and they sent her home. They were like, bitch, do not go upstairs. And they said, go back to your apartment, like please, because they had obviously seen it at that point. So it's like, how many people had to have seen that video and then never see it come to light? You know what I mean? He's a huge public figure.
I want names and faces of the people who genuinely were like...
It upsets me so much. And
like took that money and allowed that. And it's crazy because now it's out of the statute of limitations.
Yeah, so that's what I was just about to say. So it happened in 2016, and I don't know what the fuck the statute of limitations is, but you cannot prosecute after like X amount of time in a violent crime, which is fucking so stupid. But what I'm concerned about is I think it was LAPD or whatever they like released a statement, and they were like, I hope this encourages more women to come forward. I'm like, you literally just told us there's nothing I can do, but I hope more of you tell the truth. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
That is so fucking crazy.
Like, obviously, it's like, it's traumatic, and I'm sure she doesn't like to see the video circulating anyway, because it's just like, why would you ever want to see a video like that of yourself? But I hope that she finds peace knowing that she is supported and people believe her. And like, I can't believe anyone ever didn't. But
I think the
so
craziest...
crazy. And he's coming out saying, I'm so sorry for my actions and stuff. That's so crazy, because when she said it happened, you said she was looking for a paycheck. P. Diddy, fuck you. I literally hope you die. Well,
no, not kidding.
Actually, I hope you die.
Not kidding. Well, it's like people sit here and they break down people's apologies. Like I was going to say his apology is so narcissistic, but it's like, at the same time, I just don't give a fuck about his apology. There's nothing he can say.
He wouldn't apologize if that video weren't out.
Yeah.
And he didn't. Actually, he didn't.
Yeah, it's so crazy. Speaking of men who need to just like absolutely croak, did you see that kicker for the Chiefs or whatever the fuck? I don't give a flying fuck what he does. Harrison Butker.
I saw a little bit about it. Can you explain it to me?
This undercover closeted twink who kicks a ball for the Chiefs comes and does a speech for God. I don't even know what the speech was for God knows what. Leopard necktie, right? Leopard necktie.
You're telling me all I need to know.
I don't know what the speech was for. College graduate.
It was a commencement speech, I think.
I don't even give a rat's ass. And he gets up on this microphone and goes on this whole misogynistic tangent about how essentially he's saying like, congratulations to the women who graduated here today, but like your main goal in life is to be a homemaker, and that's what will fulfill you. And he has a wife. I can't believe someone married that man. Stand up, you. Oh my God, stand up, you embarrassing ass bitch.
Oh, don't make it her fault.
I'm not making it
No, I know what you're saying. No, yeah. She got.
Leave him.
Leave him now.
And just this whole thing about like, he's talking shit about Pride Month and like just saying all this crazy shit.
Is there an approval process? Like, how did he get away with this?
It's so wild to me. Like, petition right now to bring back booing. Okay.
No, it's back. Did you see Kim K at the fucking Tom Brady roast?
Yeah, I guess
it's here.
Booing is back.
Stay.
However, it's just no one booed this man. They just let him fucking cook.
And a bunch of intellectuals in the audience sitting there probably like, this fucking idiot.
It was just so embarrassing and crazy. And obviously there's an argument to be said about not penalizing him with sports. Like I know people are going to say, well, he's a great kicker, so let him kick, right? But it's like,
I would never defend a man. I want to give him the benefit of the doubt and think that he like possibly was like saying that it's like a really noble thing to be a homemaker and like a wife.
No, you need to hear it. It's
you don't
so
think
beyond
so?
not that. It's so beyond not that. And it's really sad to see people genuinely believe it. Like you can tell he's not trying to offend anyone. Like he's trying to stand on business.
That's probably his like straight up belief system. And he probably was like, oh, I'm about to eat with this.
And I would bet my right foot that he is gargling balls at 11 p.m. after kicking. In the locker room.
Man, he's getting teabagged.
It's just like everything about it is it's just.
What a loser. This was USC too, right?
Sure.
Which I ask because USC is so fucking hard to get into, and just like so like it's some of the smartest people literally ever.
It's so crazy that people can be so intelligent yet so brainwashed by like backwards ass
I did
shit.
see, I saw something about him where he said that his teammate's girlfriend, in reference to Taylor Swift, and that nearly sent me to the moon. Okay, because why would you not just say her name? Also, she gave one of the best commencement speeches of all time.
He can't. He probably cannot imagine like a successful independent woman.
Well,
And it's
yeah,
so
why would
crazy.
he?
Like the fact that there are real people out there that like their gears are genuinely grinded by that. Like if a woman was like
You have to feel bad for those people.
and didn't want to have kids or didn't want to whatever, like there's actually people out there with their panties in a twist over that.
Ew.
Find
God.
Billie Eilish's album dropped.
It sure did.
I am so excited to be in a place like Maui. Well, because I always have been the type of person where I will forever associate like where I was when certain music dropped and when I listened to it, and
100%.
like knowing that I'll forever associate this EP with us being here in Maui and this great trip is so awesome. And it's amazing. I love that she's balls to the wall with her gay era. It's such a good album. I want to talk about the song Wildflower.
Phoebe and I obviously were listening to it in bed the other night when it came out, and I had like a moment because I was half asleep. I had my headphones on. We were like tandem listening, like both of us with our headphones, but same time. And I smacked her so hard. I go, holy fuck. Because I'm thinking about it. And like, obviously, my favorite thing in the world to do is like find out who a song is about. But this one, like, nothing was left to the imagination. It's called Wildflower. And
It's so funny that the song is just clearly about Devin Lee Carlson, and she doesn't say the word wildflower one time in the song. And she made the song Wildflower. Like that's okay, but can we talk about these lyrics for a second? So obviously, for those of you who don't know, Billie Eilish dated Jesse Rutherford, who is
singer of
the
the
lead
1975
singer of The Neighborhood.
And 1975 was crazy.
Yeah, that's the smallest man who ever lived.
My boy.
And people were kind of up in arms about that relationship. I don't know, whatever. But before Jesse Rutherford dated Billie Eilish, he was in a 7-year, 8-year,
I want to say 8-year.
relationship with Devin Lee Carlson, sister of Sydney Carlson, owner of Wildflower Cases, Tumblr, It,
Beautiful,
girl.
perfect, angel,
No
icon.
one in the world hates. If you hate Devin Lee Carlson, I hate you. You know what I mean?
crack.
And they were in such a long relationship. And then right after he started dating Billie Eilish, and Billie was friends with Devin, and whatever, she dates Jesse. They break up, and she releases this song. I want to read you some of the lyrics, okay?
Yeah.
Things fall apart, time breaks your heart. I wasn't there. She was your girl. You showed her the world. But you fell out of love and you both let go. She was crying. She was crying on my shoulder. And all I could do was hold her. Only made us closer until July. Now I know that you love me. I was homies with your ex-girl, and then now I'm with you. And then now I love her again and slay. Devin is better than I.
Okay, yes, but I also, there's something to be said. Devin was already in a happy relationship at the time that Billie and Jesse started dating. And I also, like, I don't know this for a fact, but I'm confident, or I'm pretty sure that Devin ended that relationship.
Okay. Like
if you, I mean, I don't know. It depends on how close you are with somebody. But like, if you're in a really happy relationship with somebody and someone you're friends with, but like, she's not your best friend.
You start dating Chris.
That's not the same thing. We're best friends. They were not best friends.
Okay, BB starts dating Chris.
Yeah.
No.
Really?
No, because yeah.
Okay, but you also have to factor in that Devin Lee Carlson has never, ever not been smiling in her whole entire life. She's just so happy. She's so like go with the flow, happy-go-lucky. Nothing bothers her, I think.
Oh, wow. To be that.
You know what I mean? Like, I truly feel like Devin Lee Carlson is like maybe the happiest person in the world.
I don't know if I feel like it's right still.
Maybe I'm just like a Billie apologist. I'm like, no, she was fine.
Because it's like...
It's definitely not right.
Sienna starts dating Clinton.
She wouldn't... First of all, nobody
Literally,
with good taste would ever.
I know, but I'm just saying, put yourself there. You're cool with it?
I think I've had give you my blessing situations with people, but I've also never been in an 8-year relationship ever or anything close. So I don't know what that would feel like. I imagine it would be much more serious than somebody dating Clinton.
To me, it would have nothing to do with feeling for the man. Because like obviously I'm like wildly in love with Makoa and only Makoa. But if BB started dating Chris, I would just be like,
I think it would just
you're
be
weird. You wanted him the whole time, and then now we're supposed to like, I don't know actually though. Maybe.
But Chris, I love Chris, is not Jesse Rutherford. I feel like there's something, I don't know.
No, that has nothing to do with it to be. Just principle of like your decent close friend dating your long-term ex.
But
And
were
you
they
guys-
all friends? That's something we should probably find out about. Were they all friends? Like, was it like she knew Jesse as well as she knew Devin?
She posted a picture with both of them, calling them mom and dad. Mom and dad, and then you're just gonna go fuck dad.
Dude, Billy, you see how hard I'm trying for you right now? I'm like,
She hates influencers. She hates us.
no, she like,
No, she just. Sorry, I need to
I
stop.
don't
She
think-
hates when they're at award shows. Actually,
no.
oh my god,
I
oh my
love
god.
her.
I know. I love her so much too.
I love her, and I don't care if she likes me or not.
That's so true. She's literally such
No, but
an
I am
icon.
being a pick me right now. Billy, that was weird.
I'm streaming the EP. Like, what I love her. I love her music. I keep up with everything she does. I think she's an
She's
icon.
admitting fault though. Like she's like she's telling it like it is. She's like, listen, this is what happened.
That's true. And she's also what, like 22 or something?
Yeah, there
And,
was,
like-
I don't know.
Just calling it Wildflower and then singing about like I was friends with her and then I moved.
We were all gonna know it was about Devin anyway. She says like she's so different from me. She's happy
duh.
and free.
Duh.
In leather. God,
It's
I
just
love
such
them.
a crazy situation to me. And the fact that everyone's just fine, it just
think
attests
it's-
that people are so different from us.
Oh, here's what I will say. Do you ever, and of course you do, have somebody like psychoanalyzing your relationships and your friendships and you're like, you have no idea what's going on?
It's so true. There's so much we
I
don't
think
know.
that's like what we're dealing with. I think it's like a situation where they're probably looking at it and being like, literally, it wasn't like that. It wasn't that. Like, I think they probably talked about it. I'm sure. Actually, I know this for fact that Billy reached out to Devin before it even happened and was like, listen, this is what's happening. I forget who told me that.
Yeah.
But that was like insider info. I thought I knew.
It's just it's so crazy to me. It's such a wild situation. I'm
Wildflower.
streaming the EP. It's amazing.
It's beautiful.
Hats
I love
off
it.
to
What's your favorite
everyone.
song?
Huh?
What's your favorite song on it?
I think my favorite song right now is The Greatest, or like the French title one.
Which one's that?
I think Skinny is a really great message because
do
it's
too.
so fucking true. It's just so true.
They say I look happy just because I got skinny.
That's always happened to me. Like I could literally be like the worst ever, you know. And then that's such a.
It's almost
especially in
always
LA.
the opposite, actually.
Yeah, it's so crazy. You've screenshotted and shared their tweets and you've quoted them over dinner. Now enter the discourse. Listen and watch Peyton Dix and Hunter Harris on Wondery's new show, Lemme Say This, where they'll answer the most burning questions in pop culture. What is Hunter's favorite Dakota Johnson lie? What hot thing did Kristen Stewart do yesterday? What makes Zendaya and Tom Holland lesbians according to them? They won't be elaborating. I love Let Me Say This because there's nothing better than hearing two hilarious people dish on celebrities and celebrity culture. It's positively delicious. Friends for a decade, the shared trauma of a crappy Boston dorm room and commiserating about the pitiful Brooklyn dating scene bonded them for life and made their friendship even deeper than what they think is J-Lo's delusion. Now they're certified haters and internet carnivores, beacons of truth and connoisseurs of mess. Highbrow, lowbrow, and all the tortured poets in between. This is the show for the weekly hot takes on pop culture that you didn't know you needed and you won't be able to live without. Follow Let Me Say This on the Wondery app or wherever you get your podcast. Watch new episodes on YouTube or listen to Let Me Say This ad-free by joining Wondery Plus in the Wondery app or on Apple Podcasts. The other day, I think I was thinking about like lost footage, right? And I have all this footage of like almost borderline a documentary that Hunter shot on the fact that I was going to have a taco restaurant called Tana's Tacos. I don't think you understand how fucking far I took this, dude, okay? So the people who did shit like Mr. Beast Burger and whatever reach out to me and they're like, what do you want to have, whatever. And essentially I was trying to find a gap in the market, right? Mr. Beast has a burger, David Dobrik has pizza. What can I have? And I'm like, I'm going to do Tana's Tacos, right?
Yeah,
and so
it
then
felt right.
I'm meeting with all these chefs and whatever. And I decide that obviously if I'm going to have a taco restaurant, it has to be like Tanified, right? Hot Cheetos in everything, queso in everything, 5,000 calories a fucking item. And it wasn't even just that. Like we were going in and tasting and curating all the fucking food.
Oh, I remember they were bringing it to, we like at the time and we were like sitting and like,
trying everything,
I shit my
right?
pants so crazy one time.
So-
because of a taco that I tried from Tana's Tacos.
Essentially, that was the thing. Is it was like I got to the final steps. Like we had graphics. We were gonna figure out like where the storefronts were. Like everything was completely ready. I'm tweeting like big things coming next fucking week. And after like months of back and forth on these tacos, I get to the final product of what I think is the best menu ever, best meal ever. And I bring it to all my friends, and every single person contracted GERD, food poisoning galore. Hunter was throwing up for 48 hours.
It was the craziest thing because we all sat down at that table. I remember the day.
And I was like, this is
And we tried all of it. And it was delicious, let me tell you. But we got so ill.
And it's just like the amount of wasted time and money on that shit is so hold on.
Well, I think, wasn't there like an issue with cultural appropriation as well?
Oh my God, I didn't even think about it like
No,
that. That's so real.
was like, I remember that being a major factor.
I think, it might have been because I think I was in my really like safe era. I was like scared of everything, like type shit, like trying to just
I think
be.
Kendall Jenner at the time was doing like 818 and she
That's
got
exactly
cooked.
what it was. I remember, and then she just like got on that horse and did all that shit, and then I scrapped
that
the
was
whole
crazy.
project after like a year of working on it, a year of Tana's Tacos, a year.
And you were like, I cannot have Tana's Tacos. Like, I have to have Tana's. Well,
Same thing with perfume. Like it was like I filmed that whole commercial. I come out with the perfume.
The commercial 8 was so good.
I wish I kept going with that, but that was just a failure on Jordan. It was like, we have this custom bottle for you, allegedly. And then it comes out and everyone's like, this is Alibaba boots galore. And then that's how I find out. And it's like, you're kidding. I should have kept doing it. I wish I did, but whatever. Tannabis is the world's biggest L. And it's crazy because to make a business work, you got to put money into it.
Yeah.
You really fucking do.
Well, maybe you didn't put enough money because
I know it was like consistency. I don't know. Tannabis was so crazy, dude.
just having a business is so much harder than anybody like really talks about.
The cannabis industry was so crazy. And I just think that I like thought I knew. And then once I was actually doing it, it was like, what, you know what I mean? It just like, it would be a loss of profit for years and years and years. And it's like hard. Like people can't order it online. The delivery services, like I didn't want to be that. Like it was like people would order it and be like, the delivery service took 5 hours to get me my Tannabis joint. Like fuck you. And it's like, I can't, I'm not the delivery service.
Yeah,
so I
and
can't
you're
do
not.
anything.
Yeah, it's almost not like hands-on enough where you like.
And that was one of those where I just
Don't want
like
your
straight
name
up,
on it.
I didn't even put out I just let it die, which is so crazy. And people ask me to this day, it's like, what? Dizzy is one that like breaks my heart. Because Dizzy ended up being really successful, and I could have kept going and probably have such a successful business by now, but I would have just had to be drinking it and drinking.
I thought we were on a hiatus, honestly.
We were
Not
and then
drinking.
Dizzy. We were, and we still could be. What ended up happening was that I needed a new production company. Like the production company no longer wanted to do it, I think, was like essentially what happened. And so I was just looking for a new production company. And then in that time, I like got sober for the first time.
Yeah, I don't think it's very on brand these days.
That's
the
problem.
You were less than
Dizzy was just, I was thinking about this the other day. Like, obviously, the best thing you can do with your own product is use it. And I was just drinking Dizzy all the time. And I was just thinking the other day about this. There was this one night where I was drinking Dizzy's, filming TikToks or whatever. And then like, it was just like 3 a.m. and I like woke up on live. On Instagram Live. I'd been on live off Dizzy for 3 hours.
When I tell you, I remember this like it was yesterday. It was just crazy times.
I think drunk people should not have the option for live. And I think
there should definitely be like some kind of like authentic, you know what I was going to say.
I mean, we are clearly on beautiful Maui, and I love that we're just shooting the shit about random shit, but I think that it would be fun if we had some of our Hawaiian friends and family on this podcast, and Makoa is one of the funniest people I've ever met, and I want to have him on. So,
Yay!
let's do it.
Sorry, I'm distracted. I'm thinking of like the 4 angles I could have a double chin right now.
Just mewing the entire
Hello.
time. Do you know the other day I was trying to do this TikTok trend, right? So I texted a bunch of my friends asking them if I am, no, it was only guys. I'm such a pick-me. If
true.
I'm a sunrise or a sunset. And I texted Makoa and I said, do you think I'm a sunrise or a sunset? He said, I think you're a deceitful bitch with a power trip. Put some respect on the Hawaiian magic that is the sun.
He ate with that, honestly.
The way I said I'm smiling at my phone like you said something nice.
Not kidding.
But
That's
I
our
fear
love
you
language.
are a sunset.
Definitely not a sunrise.
You can't be a sunrise. You're a sunset by default.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a sunrise, unfortunately.
Oh, you've seen a lot of sunrises.
It's like one of those broken clock situations.
So
Absolutely.
true. We love SZA.
I can't believe no one's commented on my outfit change.
Wait, I thought we were just gonna pretend it didn't happen. I love your outfit change. I love nothing more than a linen pant or like a flowy
I heard this
pant.
about you, I think,
much.
yesterday. Straight Makoa was telling me something linen.
Well, he did the actual cutest thing in the entire world. It was so cute. I was looking for linen pants all day at the
was about
mall,
you.
and then I couldn't find them, and I was trying on things. I got really discouraged, and then we met this sweet girl with the bikini shop, so we were just in their bikini shop,
And he was going door to door looking for black linen pants
and he
for her.
found them for me. And
That
Volcom.
man's an angel.
And then I walked-
Listen, this Makoa is never going to be doing that for you.
Literally ever. And then I walked
Oh.
in Volcom, and your whole family was on every single wall, and I was
So
like, "Yep, I'm in
true.
Hawaii."
Yeah.
You know, it took me so long to find out that you were like, because I followed them for my entire life because I was like
Who?
such like Coco,
Coco?
and like I was so obsessed with like the Alana Blanchard era, like of all of
would
those
be.
girls. That
Like
I
the
like
skinny bitch in a thong bikini.
anyone. Oh my god, I was like, obviously I'm gonna move to Hawaii and that's gonna be my life, and I'm gonna be a
Fully.
real connoisseur.
That's so funny.
Whole thing.
It is
Didn't
so
work
funny
out.
how you are just. We're in Maui right now, where my Makoa is from, but you have always lived on Oahu.
Yes.
And going to Oahu with you is unlike anything I've ever experienced in the world. I was about to say it's like going to South Korea with Kim Jong-un, but I have no idea if that's even like the right thing to
First
say
of
at
all,
At all.
he does
First
not
off.
venture to the south.
At all. Fully north. But I am from the North Shore. I see where your head was at.
It's just like, dude, Brooke, like everywhere we go, every single person, everywhere on this whole island, not only knows him, but it explained to me so much about why he is the way he is, because everyone is just sucking your fart. Unlike, no, I'm not saying you don't deserve it. I'm just saying, like, I'll never forget this one time. We're at this 5-star hotel. It's like, people fly all over the world to stay there. It's called Turtle Bay, and the rooms are like $1,100 a night, right? It's like Kate Hudson could show up there tomorrow. They're charging that bitch $1,100 a night for that room. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just booked out, whatever. We walk up to the front desk, and it's like sold out. They're trying to find me a room. They finally find me a room. It's like $1,800 a night. I'm checking in, right? Makoa walks behind me like what? He's
Blacked out, by
a
the way.
background character, hammered, and just does this to the front desk worker. Goes, peace sign, no words. The man looks at me and he goes, that'll be $300 and I'll upgrade your room.
No. I think I walked by, and the one thing I did say was, "We want 2 beds."
Yeah.
That was what the peace sign was about.
Yeah.
And then he was like,
And I'm just standing there,
$600. We call that a Kama Ina rate. It's like a local discount. So like anybody could get it. It's not just like a me thing.
It
but,
was
like,
just like literally crazy that the peace sign, and that's everywhere I go with him on Oahu. You do it. We
That
do
is
have
so
to do a trip
amazing.
like that. You were just
You
Hawaii.
have to come to
I need
Oahu.
to go to Oahu with you.
You are
Yeah.
Hawaii's prince, and I love that. I really do, and I love that you're a gay too. I feel like Hawaii's
gay
prince
prince.
like in my head would be like a straight like douche, and it's cool that you're
That's
just
weird.
you're a little gay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
why do you say that?
Think about what they would think of when you hear like Prince of Hawaii.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, like
We watched Moana the other day. Do you watch Moana and do you like relate to that? Like, do you feel like that is like you're
no,
represented?
I don't relate to having to find the heart of Te Fiti in like the middle of the ocean. But like, love the movie. I just found out the other day that Moana is from 2016.
I just watched it for the first time.
When did you think it came? What do you think?
3 years ago.
I get that.
2016? It's 2024. 8 years
Yeah.
ago? It's kind of insane.
know that I
2016 is
found
too
out-
long ago to prosecute Diddy.
I found out that when Mean Girls came out, Rosa Parks was alive. Rosa Parks was
wait,
alive when
Rosa
Mean
Parks-
Girls came out.
Was alive for the first 2 tracks.
I was just
I
gonna,
love our
how
For
did
You page.
know I was going to say that?
The synchronicity.
You're telling me that like Rosa could have been aware of that so fetch?
You know what fucks me up is Rachel McAdams did Mean Girls and The Notebook in the same year, and she was 22.
And I think about it all the time.
22 she
There's
was.
such different roles. It's honestly shocking. Like,
in the same year she filmed
That's
this.
so
That is,
crazy.
like actually
That's like me
insane.
switching up for my boyfriend.
I was just going to say, it's kind of how I feel as a human being, though.
yeah.
Like, I am both The Notebook and Regina George all at the same time. Every day of
Everything,
my
everywhere, all at once.
life.
You know what I'm obsessed with right now? We were talking about this a little off camera, but I feel like I've said this in the last 8 podcasts, so I haven't talked about it enough. It's not out of my system. Sex and the City.
It's so good, and I tried so hard to get her on, and she was like,
I did it because of you still. Like when I did watch it, it was because
it teaches you so much. Did you watch it?
Oh, I watch it like religiously. It's always playing in my house.
It's taught me so much about life, friendship, love, everything. Like what I should have learned from like parents, I learned from Sex and the City.
So true. It's also such a guidebook of like we're all about to enter our 30s. And it's like everything.
Well, but it also makes you feel good because like none of them had to. Everybody's single in New York in their 30s. Like that's just a thing. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Except
like
none of us live in New York,
sometimes
but-
I'll have like the feeling of like, oh, like all my friends have kids and stuff, but I'm like none of them were even close at my age.
I think for me, it's really nice. Like when you are a Samantha, like feeling seen on the big screen, like you're not alone. Do you know what I mean?
That's the thing. Like
You feel represented?
I literally would love.
Represented.
I would love to be a Carrie, a Miranda, a Charlotte. I know I'm a Samantha.
Wait, I don't know
Through
why
and
you say that.
through.
I think Samantha is the very best character to be.
She's just
I
a savage.
agree.
And sometimes I wish I
Well,
was
but she's
like.
also like the most hardworking, like best. Like she's the only person who doesn't let like emotion get in her way. Like she's like, whatever. I'm making so much money. I have sex with whoever I want. She's amazing.
Yeah, that's true. I do absolutely love her. I think
She's the best character, and she's like probably the only one who doesn't like suffer from some sort of ailment.
Yeah, and like maturing is
Well-
realizing that Carrie Bradshaw was the problem, like kind of the whole
I
time.
know, and that sucks. Oh
And
God, it sucks.
it is so funny watching her like just ruin everything or be so insensitive to like other like her characters.
Just
Yeah.
the memes,
Sarah
the
Jessica
memes
Parker
that are like
plays it so well.
coming
They're
right
so
now,
good.
where it's like everybody's talking about world issues, and then Carrie's like, "Yeah, Big got a new dog." Like it's always just about Big, and like that's what I think unfortunately made me realize that I am a little bit like
Isn't that
I
kind of
identify a little
relatable?
bit with Carrie.
Yeah, I
because-
thought you were Charlotte, but then as I watch, you are Carrie Bradshaw through and through. But Carrie Bradshaw is the most iconic character from Sex
no,
and
I
the
will,
City.
but I'm not Carrie Bradshaw in the good ways. Like no like reference for style. Like I don't have any of her good qualities. I just have the like, oh, I accidentally made this about me.
No, but you're a creative like her, like, and you put it into your art.
Oh,
I
Just
also
like her.
see you
But I
as
see
like
as
a
a
Carrie
Charlotte.
hyphen Charlotte.
Yeah.
You're like a Samantha hyphen Carrie.
Yeah.
I'm probably like a Samantha Charlotte.
No, you're a Samantha Carrie.
You're
Carrie,
a
I feel
Samantha
like.
Carrie. I don't know where you get off thinking you are fucking Charlotte at all.
She's just so wholesome and cute, and I like hope that I'm a
She's a
little
Carrie.
like
I
that
want to
one
be a
day.
Charlotte so bad. I think Charlotte is what I present at. Like I try to present as, but
Yeah.
a Carrie is like my real,
However,
my heart.
Charlotte, I think her story, I haven't seen the whole show, so I can't say how it ends. I'm at the point right now where she's married to the man who like literally can't get his dick hard and shit. And like a lot of her story is sad.
Trey.
No,
you know?
you're gonna love what happens for her.
She gets with like the bald guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I like her story arc the best. Or it's the
Miranda-
most like satisfying.
I feel like
it's just a happy
Miranda's is
ending.
really real too. Like the baby of it all, like it's so real. How
Yeah,
many
like-
women do that? Like I feel like I need to have a baby, so I
You have a little Miranda in you. Like I could see you as like this stoic ice queen lawyer
Pessimistic.
bitch with like some annoying ass Bob, just like cussing everyone out and like hating pop culture,
I
but
think-
eating it up.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think that I'm gonna have that haircut at some point. We saw a great Karen haircut
I was
the other
kidding.
day.
Please
saw-
don't ever get that haircut.
We saw the Karen haircut the other day at the same mall that he was looking for your linen pants. I had such a Hawaii experience at this mall. I saw a little hula girl. And I got
little hula girl?
so hysterical, Makoa, you would not have believed. I was weeping because
Why?
I'll show you the video. I took a video, and I know that's not right to do, like film some random person's child, but I did it, and I sobbed so hysterically because it's
She's
just this
been
like
hysterically sobbing over this little
because
girl.
I feel like I've had no like exposure to culture at all whatsoever. Like I have
Yeah,
no culture,
Arizona.
you know what I mean? Like, and I never see it, but it was just so sweet and so cute, and it made me unwell.
You're kind of cultured. Brooke off camera was just telling me about some. What are they called? Your sandstorms?
Oh, haboobs.
Haboobs.
Yeah. Do you know what a
Haboobs.
haboob is?
Habibi? Habibti?
A haboob. It's like a dust storm that we have in.
Who the fuck was
I don't know. She was showing me photos. It's giving like Mad Max.
You're gonna
like,
die.
who
Part
named
two.
that sandstorm Haboob off of
Well,
Valium?
and that's what I said. It's giving like.
Look what a haboob looks like. Like imagine this coming into your town. Oscar, insert a photo of a haboob. I think I've actually just told you about this.
Oh my god, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Anyways, that's your culture, I guess.
Yeah, I can't
It's where
imagine
it
you have
starts and
very many
ends.
haboobs here.
Yeah.
At all.
We know what my
it's
culture
gorge.
is. We don't even have to get into that. You know what I mean? You probably started seeing these strange new tall boys called Liquid Death all over social media. But what is Liquid Death? Well, it may look like a beer or some crazy energy drink, but it's not. Liquid Death is actually a healthy beverage that makes mountain spring water, low sugar sodas, and low sugar iced teas too. Perhaps you've noticed a coworker cracking a tall boy in your 9 a.m. meeting. You could have spotted a group of kids drinking them at a soccer practice. Or maybe you caught your own designated driver downing one while driving. Why would a healthy beverage ever be called Liquid Death? Because Liquid Death will brutally murder your thirst, and their infinitely recyclable cans are helping bring death to single-use plastic bottles. Liquid Death also donates a portion of profits from every can sold to help kill plastic pollution. I love Liquid Death because I can still look cool while practicing sobriety. They have tons of merch options on their site, such as t-shirts, dog toys, hats, but my favorite thing is the candle they collaborated with Martha Stewart on. You see it blowing up on social media and concerts everywhere. Try one yourself and get hydrated. You can get free shipping on Liquid Death's Mountain Water, flavored sparkling, and iced tea 8-packs with Amazon Prime, or grab a can or case at your local 7-Eleven, Target, Walmart, Whole Foods, or on Instacart. Go to liquiddeath.com/canceled to check out all their healthy, infinitely recyclable beverages and find your closest retailer. That's liquiddeath.com/canceled. liquiddeath.com/canceled. Last night, I'm cable TVing it up again at the hotel. SNL comes on. Jake Gyllenhaal is the host.
And who is the musical guest?
Sabrina Carpenter. But here's the thing, dude. I see Jake Gyllenhaal on the TV, and it's so funny because he obviously is an esteemed actor, right?
Yeah.
Men everywhere probably love Jake Gyllenhaal. What was he in? I don't even know. Like, I saw.
Back Mountain, Donnie Darko.
Yep.
Everything else.
It's so funny because it's like every Swiftie in the world, which to me feels like the whole wide world, hates Jake Gyllenhaal. And I'm just sitting there watching him, and like in my head, all I can think about is that godforsaken scarf. You know what I mean? And it's like, we're watching through, and then Sabrina Carpenter is the musical guest. Someone at SNL put their 2 weeks in and said, let me do one last thing.
And I'm like, I want to know, like, you know what I actually want to see is Sabrina and Taylor Swift's text about that.
Yes.
Oh my God, I would do
Because-
anything.
I mean, she has to just shut up and sing at this point. Her career's like just popping off. So she had to do it. But like, do you think she's like scared to do shit like that when like Taylor Swift is like your mother and bestie?
I would be so afraid of losing that connect because it is like it happens to people. Like there have been people who have been like, you know, in the Swift camp and have been exiled. No pun intended. But I would be petrified at all times to do exactly the wrong thing.
Yeah, like, I would turn down SNL.
I'm sure she asked beforehand, and I was ready. Like somebody said, like, what if she did in her her little outro, like did a Jake Gyllenhaal, like
I
all
thought
too
she
well
was
reference?
going to for sure.
'Cause it's live. Like, what are they gonna do? Cut it?
So true.
I thought she was going to 100%.
Yeah.
But I also
just
don't
wanna know
think
what they're
Taylor
like.
Swift would ask her to not do it because that's such an iconic opportunity.
Well, she also did a Skims campaign like a month ago.
Yeah.
So I'm confused.
God, Taylor's so chill.
But yeah, maybe that just like makes Taylor Swift cooler because she's like, honestly, pop off, like
But it's
get
just
your bag,
that's
do all the
so
things.
Unlike Taylor. You know what I mean? I feel like, right? Like
Because we know her.
Well, I feel like
really
she
be
values like loyalty more than anything.
Right. Yeah,
I really be on this podcast like parasocial relationships are so weird, and then I'm sitting over here like Billy's Wildflower was crazy. Taylor Swift is gonna be so mad about Sabrina Tana. What the fuck? Figure
It's
it
fun
out.
to theorize, though. You know,
What
we're
is
watching
that
just
person
like
over
everybody
there
else.
doing, Makoa?
Kite surfing.
Have
What
you
is
seen
it?
the guy
So
who's kite
Maui's-
surfing and gets hit by a whale?
No.
Oh.
But have you seen those like two old ladies, I think off of Laguna Beach, like in a kayak, like trying to chase a whale, and then the humpback whale like swallows them and then spits them out?
Yeah, whole,
Imagine
right?
that arc.
And I think I'm pretty sure they were like in the
insane.
stomach and they were like, oh no.
if I
Yeah.
got
Reminds me of
swallowed
Finding
by a
Nemo.
humpback whale and spit out, I would never talk about anything else again.
Yeah, first of all, you want to talk about victim complex. That's my dream. I'd be like, you
That-
guys remember.
Even
That
the
would be
whale
how you
didn't
go,
want me.
Hannah.
Like that's not. So it was not at you. I was just saying it in general.
I didn't hear whatever you were saying
contain
because I was
myself.
just thinking like you would leave this earth, like completely depart via humpback whale. Like I could just picture it now.
Like
If
going
you
out
had
with
to die like in a unique way, what would you choose?
Ooh, that's a great
You too.
question. Well, I have a fear of dying in a plane. But unique way.
I think Amelia Earhart really went out swinging. And I would just love that shit. Like, oh, where'd she go? Oh my God. Like, always on your mind, like Bermuda Triangle.
Oh my god. Yeah, honestly, Bermuda Triangle. If that shit's real, like that's a great way to go. Just disappear.
the Bermuda
Because maybe you don't
Triangle?
die. Maybe you just go to a different universe.
What is the Bermuda Triangle?
No fucking clue. I just know it has to do with boats. People go like missing.
I'm pretty
Somewhere in the
sure,
ocean.
isn't it like somewhere where the oceans like meet each other and the currents are like so crazy?
You would know that.
No, I actually don't. I just made that up.
But it makes sense, and you're probably
I think so. I think that's why everything goes so awry over there because it's like, you know.
It's like when the states have the four corners.
What?
Probably.
Oh, the four states that like meet in that little like fun corner. Is that what you're talking about?
I think I'm from one of those states.
I'm from an island.
Lucky you.
You know what I want to talk about?
Mothers.
LAX.
Okay.
I'm from Hawaii. We were illegally overthrown by the United States, so like it or not, we are a state. However, Hawaiian Airlines, which I'm a ride or die, you know Puolani Platinum.
Puolani Platinum. He never shuts the fuck up about how he's a Puolani
I'm a platinum member on Hawaiian Airlines because I fly them so much. Whatever, it's called Puolani Platinum, which is funny because Punani means pussy and people call it Punani Platinum, like on accident sometimes.
Right.
Anyways, I want to talk about LAX. The Hawaiian Airlines terminal is it's at Tom Bradley, which is when you're leaving the country.
Yeah.
So I have to fucking stand in that TSA line with every single human
Going to Germany.
going to Germany. It is
Wait,
the
do you have
longest
to like?
fucking line.
Do they have the same rules? Like, do you have to check your bag in time?
Well, yeah, because the line's so fucking long because everyone's like, arrives 2 hours early and everyone has to like show their passport and shit. How the fuck are you going to illegally overthrow Hawaii? Call us a state and then not give me the same privileges if I'm flying in and out of one state to another state.
That
is
real.
crazy.
Coming to Hawaii makes me really, Makoa's always talking about this, like makes me really realize how fucking god awful and like Disneylandified LAX is. Like when you land here, it's like they might as well just land you in the grass and the baggage claim is like a coconut tree and you're out in 2 minutes and it's like you can just hang out at the airport. Like, we have to take you later. It's like going through a drive-through. It's so easy.
It's so easy.
Even just on tour, like LAX is the most like conglomerate fuckfest airport.
Yeah. I mean, it is like
is that a
technically
turtle?
the worst.
It is. It's a turtle. There's a sea turtle behind us. Wait, do you see it? Right there.
Do you know the Hawaiian
Look,
word
look,
for
he
turtle,
poked his
bro?
little head up.
What's
Tana,
that?
you missed his head, Papa.
I didn't see his head. What's the
call them-
Hawaiian word for turtle?
We call them honus.
Honus.
H-O-N-U, honu.
Oh my God, why don't you care?
Every time I've looked for a turtle, I don't see it.
Well, because it just popped its head up and you were like literally looking behind you.
Where am I supposed to look?
It's just literally directly. Okay, it's fine.
I
I'm
don't
sorry
see
to
it.
distract you guys.
But I had a pet turtle when I was a
just couldn't
kid,
see it.
and I named her Coconut.
That's cute.
Yeah, some wholesome.
When I was in high school, I poured vodka in Amari's turtle tank, and
Yeah, that's I think a sign of a serial killer. So maybe don't admit
I
that.
really like genuinely just
That's
wanted.
on
I was so
Dahmer.
stupid. Like I was just such a dumbass kid, and I was like,
get that, though.
"Will the turtle be drunk?" He was fine. He lived for years and years after that, and I think he had fun.
Oh, no thanks to you.
That's awful.
Oh, so awful. Lana Del Rey brought out Nessa Barrett. I love to see it.
I do too.
It's just interesting to be like, hey, you steal my musical integrity, however you want to like,
That's the thing is there's two types of people.
and then you bring them out on
I'm
stage.
very close with someone who dies on the hill that like Nessa copies Lana, and that it's like
Well,
like
you
they were
hear it.
mad that she brought her out, but I think it's sick because it's like Nessa's like clearly Lana's biggest fan, and like I think it's so sweet. I don't know. I'm a diehard Nessa Barrett stan, so I'm jaded.
I am too, but I get what you're saying, like especially like American Jesus situation, like all of that. It was like it could not be more Lana, but also like when you're that iconic, like how can you not?
Yeah, I guess it's like, if anything, like flattering, right?
Yeah, and bringing her out is just kind of because it's like, oh, like come on. But I love Nessa.
You and I have such an interesting friendship, and
I love that you said friendship. That's nice. That was sweet.
it's a nice word for like love and hate together.
Yeah.
But I like thrive so much in friendships where like your love language is talking shit to each
Yeah.
other. You know what I mean? And like banter and roasting and whatever. You know what I mean?
We definitely got that going on.
People always ask me how you and I became friends, and I swear to God, I mean, it was a time where I just wasn't the healthiest with my drug abuse, and I don't remember things very clearly. And in my head, both of you just showed up one day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
then,
and
like,
about the same time actually.
Yeah, I remember you were like shortly after me because Trevi introduced me. Trevi brought me to your old house the Thursday before Coachella.
Yeah. And I remember I
all
was
of
like a
you were
bitch
like-
about it, right?
Oh, you're always a bitch. I don't really remember that, but everyone was like frantic packing and like getting ready, and I was introduced to you, and you were like doing your makeup, and I ended up coming on that trip, and you were dating Brad. It was awful.
Was it weekend too?
It was weekend too.
Wait, that's so
Oh,
crazy
wow.
because this is the 5150 weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see all of that go down?
Yeah, so I stayed I stayed with you in that fucking house, and you all had a bus taking you to Coachella, and I remember you being like, "There's no more room," and so Trevi and I Ubered from Los Angeles to Coachella.
There was probably definitely room. I'm sorry,
And-
Makoa.
It was pretty funny though, because on the ride there, she was like kind of giving me the rundown. She was like, "You and Mario probably really won't fuck with each other. You and Ashley will hate each other at first, but then you're gonna be like lifelong friends." So true. Tana's super funny. Just like, let her have her moment because she's kind of a diva. Like giving me this funny rundown. And it was all true. But we get there and then all hell breaks loose. And I like literally barely knew anyone, but I guess you and Brad were like, on the outs.
Yeah, like super on the outs. Like I had wanted to break up with him for a while and I just didn't have the balls. And then that Coachella is when we broke up.
Yeah,
But like,
I mean, drugs and alcohol always like bring anything that you're like,
Dealing with
hiding
to
to
the
the surface,
surface.
and then it's like all hell breaks loose.
yeah.
in,
What
like,
did
the
you
most awful
see? Like,
way.
what do you remember? That's my favorite question to ask anyone because I just don't remember things.
What I remember is you guys fighting and then silence, like an eerie silence. It was like out of a fucking horror film. And then Brad allegedly trying to OD or ODing.
Trying.
And then it was like a crime scene because you're screaming bloody murder and we walk in and he's like has gray skin and is like lifeless on the floor and you're like, I think trying to give him like the Heimlich remover.
Maneuver.
I love Heimlich remover. Not laughing. Sorry.
And I know it's not funny, but bawling your eyes out and like screaming and like I think your hands down his throat and then he survived and you broke up with him.
Yeah, because I had his phone.
Well, you brought him back to kick him
Well,
to
I
the
had
curb.
his phone when he, took his little vacay. And I just, it proved everything.
Vacay is crazy.
Proved everything I was knowing, but.
Yeah,
Oh
so
my
that's when
God.
I met you and then
That's
shortly
crazy
after
that you
it
stuck
was
around. I would have
your-
been like, fuck this shit, I'm out.
Yeah, that's
No.
for sure. Like that.
No,
It
it
was
was
telling.
insane. And then right after that, it was your 21st birthday, and we all took a bus to Vegas from Los Angeles, and the bus broke down, and then you and Jake Paul
You were on
hitchhiked.
that bus?
I was on that fucking bus.
So it's my 21st birthday, right? And Jake and I had been planning this proposal. And
Planning your proposal is
planning
crazy.
my own proposal is crazy. And I decided in the last minute that for content, a party bus would be better than us all flying there.
Of course.
Right? And we get on this party bus, and it's so funny because I can just remember so many little things. Like I remember that Jake told Isabella she had Riley Reid tattoos, and I was fucking so mad at him. I was so fucking upset. So upset. I was like, why would you say that to my friend? And then he was like cuddling with I'm like livid. Like on that bus. I'm so mad.
Have
We're
I been calling her for like 6 years?
What's her name?
And then the
I thought
bus
it was
down in the middle of the desert, halfway through from Las Vegas to Los Angeles. And my birthday's at midnight. And I'm supposed to be getting proposed to. And we're all pushing this bus, and it's 110 degrees.
She's not exaggerating. We're pushing a bus.
Pushing the bus.
This was in your matching pink outfits, right?
Yes.
Of
Were you
course.
there?
No, I wasn't there.
I remember all the workout girls, Ashley Schwann and Lauren Descalo, were doing squats in the middle of the desert, which is just so hilarious. Like you have to get your workout in that bad. Our bus is fucking broken down.
Right, like I'm thirsty. I'm like
Yeah.
saving any energy I have left. Like, why are you doing squats in the desert?
What do you remember? What else?
I remember being super fucking annoyed and looking at Trevi and being like, your friends are awful. Then I remember I was with you and Jake hitchhiking. A fan pulls over and picks you guys up, and I'm assuming I'm getting in this car. Like, I'm like, anyway, out of here. Because we had been waiting for hours. Like,
Hours
maybe
and hours.
2 to 4 hours at this
And
point.
it's not like an Uber could come or a car can come or like anything.
Yeah, because you're in the middle of
So
the
we
fucking-
hitchhiked.
And there's like 30 of us.
Someone pulls over. Tana gets in the car. looks
you
at
got
me
in
and
a
goes,
fan's car.
I'm
I'll tell
sorry
you
if I
about it.
can't bring any of my best friends in this car. I can't bring you. Slams it in my face and I go. So then she leaves and we wait for, I'm not kidding, another 4 hours to get saved.
When I tell you,
We
though,
got to Vegas at 11 p.m.
that car ride, that's so crazy because we left at like noon.
Yeah.
That car ride, I will never forget in my entire life, Brooke. I think they were more Jake Paul fans than Tana Mongeau fans, but
I remember this vlog.
we get in the fucking car and it's me, Jake, and Andrew Blue, the videographer, or John, I can't actually remember. I think it was Blue. And we're in this car and we start driving to Vegas and all of a sudden it's a mom and it's like her 17-year-old daughter and the mom starts telling us that she is a naked painted model. Like she gets naked and people paint her and she starts trying to fuck me and Jake next to her 17-year-old daughter on this 2-hour car ride to Las Vegas.
Vegas is different.
That is
It was
crazy.
so different. And then, yeah, we got to Vegas and
You should have done
And
it
then
for
we
the
like
plot.
partied all weekend and I think we kind of like became friends that weekend
yeah.
a little bit.
That's so funny that you were around for that whole era.
Yeah, and then I
You
actually
always
lived
talk
with you
about
for like a year.
the wedding, quote unquote, being like your own personal hell. I don't really remember much.
I just remember it being like awful, but I was also on mushrooms at like Tana Mongeau and Jake Paul's wedding at the Graffiti Mansion in Las Vegas. Like, of course it was awful.
Yeah.
Imagine being on mushrooms in that setting.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Yeah, exactly. Fat
I was
joke.
still at catch at that time. I was watching that all from afar.
Yeah, and then
You won.
you kind of just appeared too.
Yeah, I think you were there the day I got fired. That was the.
Yeah.
What was that day like?
It was not good. I was
Well-
at your house. We all had COVID at the same time, which probably just, contributes to what everyone already thought about us, which was that we were super spreaders. All of us got COVID. I called my boss and said, hello, when are you going to put me back on the schedule? And they said, we are never putting you back on the schedule. And I was miserable, but I never left the group after that. And then I was just always with you guys.
Was that when you lied and went to a concert?
I lied and I went
Concert's
to
funny. It was a personal concert.
Right, his studio or something?
his birthday party and but it was
That's
so fun and it was so worth it. But I remember because we were both like the new kids on the block at about the same time, and so we were like we bonded over that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I remember being like, you're a real human. Let's stick together.
it was a fun time.
It is really fucking crazy. And then other than Mindygate, have only ever gotten obviously closer.
Mindygate.
You and I have had a really funny story because we took like a big lapse. our friendship.
Well, I was in LA for about 6 years. I would say we were hanging out for like 3 to 4 around there. And after my dad passed away, I just felt this very overwhelming feeling to move home to Hawaii. I just felt like it was no longer my calling to be in LA and chasing that life. I really wanted to like embody what it meant to be Hawaiian and like furthermore to like in any way, shape or form, like take on my dad's legacy. You know, he's a huge name in surfing and like I wasn't so focused on being a huge name in surfing as much as I was just focused on living that lifestyle and
Yeah.
like surfing every day and being around my family and like, you know, taking my nieces to school, the same school I went to, just like
Grounding yourself, really.
grounding
and
myself.
like deleting the LAification.
Yeah, and I think you and I are the same. It's like as much as we might love somebody, it can kind of be like an out of sight, out of mind situation.
Yeah.
So we kind of, you know, parted ways, but like it was never like a falling out. It
Yeah.
was just like
We were
we're
just
not
kind of
around
doing
each
our own
other.
thing. And then it's just really funny because it's like I've always loved you so much, but we were talking about this in Cabo the other day. When we recently, like the second we saw each other again, we fell immediately back into the best friendship that we had for like 4
Those
years.
are the best types of friends, and that tells everything like you need to know about a friendship.
100%.
Right?
Because
I agree.
it's at that time, especially, and I mean, even all the way up until really like last October, I'm realizing this. When you're on drugs and you're fucked up and you're in LA and you're partying, like you don't know not only do you not know who your real friends are, but like you think you can really love someone, but then you get sober, you get out of that mindset or whatever, and then you have nothing in common
Nothing
with
to
that person.
talk to that
Fucking all
person about.
smoking
You have nothing.
mirrors.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was just cool to me that our friendship was really real and like
Yeah, and I think this past year we kind of like proved that to each other, like completely on accident. You like came to Hawaii in November and you're like, I want to see you. And I was like, oh my God, I haven't seen Tana in a while. And we picked up like exactly where we left off. And then you're like, oh, I like do love this person and I can trust this person. And like, like I even hadn't seen you in so long. And like
years. I was so excited when I saw you, like finally saw you again. I was like, oh my God, where have you been?
Yeah, even at Coachella, we were like shooting the shit. And I was like, I love Brooke. Like I haven't seen her in so long.
Oh, that's
I'm happy you got to come home and stuff though, because that is like, it's crazy too, because you always like, I mean, we all left like where we're from, and like I left thinking like I will never come back to this place, but you go home now and you're like, oh my God, I could live here forever. Like it's you appreciate it like leaving.
I know.
And so it's cool. I mean, it's definitely different for you to be able to come back to a place like this, but
yeah, we're so spoiled here. But like I think no matter where you're from, like if you're from there, like you're kind of just a part of your heart's always going to be there.
Yeah.
It's so crazy because I relate to this sentiment fully, but like when we're saying this, I'm thinking about Las Vegas, Nevada.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of saying. Like you have so much culture. Like that's so cool that you can come back here and it is like everybody knows each other and everything's so special and sacred and like actually just, it's, I don't know, like it's nothing like where
the appreciation for life that Hawaii has given me is just like unlike anything in the world. Like,
when people even like we're like joking because like you're driving down the street and everyone's waving at each other. Like it's just everyone has such respect for each other and like
there's a lot of like mutual respect and love for both like people and nature. And I think that's why like, you know, outsiders get addicted to it and like come here and they're like, holy shit, like you can live like this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like it's so crazy because everyone here, they live, it's like everyone's day revolves around the weather. And like that within itself is crazy. Like you wake up and it's like, is it sunny? We'll go here. Is it windy? We'll go here. If it's this, we'll go here. No one texts each other. They all just know to show up at a certain place because of the weather.
It's simple and it's just the coolest thing. Like
and just
to see.
There's nowhere else, especially in the United States, where people have such a love for where they are. Like everyone collectively and respect, and no one litters, and it's beautiful. And
I think there's a lot of pride being from Hawaii, especially like with any dying race and culture. Like all we want to do is preserve that, and everyone does it in their own like unique ways. And I don't know, it's such a beautiful thing to like be such a big community but still be so like-minded. Like,
and it
it's
feels
kind of
like
hard
a big
to do
family.
that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like like LA, for example, it's so dog eat dog and like everyone's, you know, kind of focused on themselves, which isn't always a bad thing. You know, you find a lot of success that way, but here everyone's, you know, showing aloha. That's what aloha is. It's like giving a helping hand and like caring for each other and
I didn't know that.
Loving each other. And that's why like I love showing my friends that who aren't from here. And,
but
like,
do you just hate when a bitch like me comes here?
Here's my thing. You want to talk about mother? I like when I don't mind when people come, but fucking leave. There's been so many fucking influencers in the last like an influx of influencers ever since COVID started that move here because they're realizing it's like easy to make money by like being a TikTok girl here and
content
like
here
vlogging because like
even
obviously like I mean you could shit on camera at this beach and like it's something you can post, you know, like it's gorgeous and I get that, but there's so many people who like now buy property here and have moved local families out of their homes because they can't afford to buy the house they've been renting for 20 years and it's awful and I despise it. And unfortunately, Hawaii's number one economy is always going to be tourism, like a lot of places that we visit. And that's okay. We're used to that, but come and then go. Yeah. I also think we should have an off season. There needs to be 4 months where nobody fucking gets
like
to
a summer
come here.
break.
Well, you also think that Christmas should be every other year.
I do think Christmas should. I just, it's you blink and it's Christmas again. And it's like when you have a big family, it's like, holy fucking shit, I just bought 30 presents.
Yeah, see, we're good to go in that department.
And I'm almost 30. Like, I can't make presents anymore. You know, my nieces want some fucking good shit. And I'm going to give it to them. But, oh my God, it's tiring. I think Christmas should be every other year. At this point, maybe birthdays too, because everyone has a birth week or a birth month.
Not me.
Well, I do. I definitely have a birth week. But it's just like every week someone was born.
I've been trying to pitch this
Too many
idea.
friends.
Hear me out, Sharks. I've been trying to pitch this idea forever that once a quarter, everyone's birthday who's in that quarter gets together and has a big function and birth week celebration.
And this applies to everybody but Tana Marie
No,
Mongeau
no,
because
I would
Tana
oblige.
Marie.
So true.
I would oblige. I would 100% oblige to this.
Yeah, but then it
But
would be
don't
like
you
one of
I
those
would
hate-
just
things
be the
where
most slay in
yeah,
my
that's
quarter.
the problem is your birthday would outshine everyone else's birthday no matter what.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah, and don't you and
Sorry.
Paige share the same birthday week and like
Yeah, poor
Yeah.
thing.
so
That's a double-edged sword, though, because
No, it's so nice because she'll end up like in the Bahamas, but she's like
so
she's
true.
you know she's the one who's making the grocery list. You know.
Right,
Yeah.
right, on her birthday.
I
Like
try to give her the
literal birthday, she's
23rd off,
shopping.
but sometimes I'm just like, fuck, could it have been the 20th?
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
She got mad at me because I asked her if she could move her birthday a bit, and she goes,
I was not
"You
mad.
don't move your birthday, except for when it's my birthday. I have to move my birthday
Born on Thanksgiving.
around Thanksgiving, roughly,
Like how close to Thanksgiving?
sometimes 7 days away,
Oh. But then sometimes like one.
sometimes on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for always being the best tour guide. You are the reason I literally have a boyfriend, in my opinion, because
With the same name.
and saying your name in bed will never not break my heart.
Ew.
You know what I mean? But I fully
I would love to.
differentiated them.
For you.
I love you. Yeah,
Only.
for me. Maybe
Could
one
you
day.
ever just go straight for a second? Like, would you just fuck Brooke one time?
Imagine
I mean,
the
yeah, I've
kids.
done it.
How cute.
Like I've been straight. Like
Did you get hard?
I mean, I've had girlfriends. I don't know if I could get hard like
Aw,
ever
man.
though for a girl again. I'm too used to like
Bummer.
loving
Just
on
kidding.
a guy.
Yeah.
But maybe if there was like a bunch of Molly involved. Or
What if I was, like,
speaking
super
of
butch?
Thanksgiving, what if I just turkey based you and like give
See,
you a
that
baby?
could slay.
I would love that. I loved speaking of Thanksgiving. You really could turkey baste her. I would love that, and then we could all just slay here. But thank you.
Yeah.
I say thank you for having us as we're on Maui, but you know what I mean.
Not kidding.
Really happy to have you on the fucking podcast. It's been a long time coming. I have
love
so
you
much more I
guys.
would want to podcast with you about. There's so many other stories.
Yeah.
But we'll do it eventually.
This is just
And
scratching
I just feel bad because we're like this poor girl's backyard.
Yeah, I'm about to have to go on Jeff
and
FM
it's like
right here
howling
too.
wind now, maybe.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But this week has been so special, Brooke. I'm going to try to get you to come back to Hawaii.
Oh, I'm coming back, but I'm going to Oahu to see my
Yeah.
boyfriend.
And I hope you viewers at home enjoyed this Drake Lil Yachty Hawaii special. And yes, we are in the
love
most beautiful
you.
place in the world. And I'm so excited.
Aloha. Love you guys.
Aloha.
Bye, guys.